Welcome to another episode on Creative Mind. My name is Itouch Olowolaju. In a world where fashion is now a universal language, I bring to you the CEO of Itouch Collectibles, who has been in the industry for 18 years. Good day, sir.
Good day. Good day.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you can see it all over you. You're looking good.
Thank you.
From your cap to your clothes, to everything you're wearing to actually represent your brand. And
Thank
I like
you
the
so
fact
much.
that you're bringing this, like you're pronouncing it proudly. Can you please run me through your background?
Okay. I'm not Itouch. It's a complaint.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Itunu Olowolaju. That's my name.
Itunu Olowolaju.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I hail from Ekiti State,
Okay.
and about my background. Yeah. From a family of 7.
7.
Yes, and I have 4 siblings. I'm the number 2. And talking of my background, how fashion started for me, I remember those years. My parents are late now, 20 years ago.
Worries.
Yeah, I lost them as a bonfire when I needed them the most. But I never knew fashion could rescue me out of a lot of lacks. Because my ideology about fashion is that you just want to create art. So many tailors that I know those days are not very rich people, but when we started watching TVs and all, we watch fashion shows and we hear of how much somebody is selling a particular piece of art, an outfit for millions of dollars. And I said it to myself, I said, one day I think I want to be in this kind of, experience. Right. So I said to myself, those years, I remember, like Christmas and Easter periods, when my father would buy us suits. I would always want to rock my own suit with jeans and not the regular complete look. And then my dad would just look at me. That look, I know I'm in trouble that day. He flogged me, but still, there's something that kept burning in me that tells me that I can do better. Not like I was stubborn, I just like to look differently. Even in class, I don't do by the regular. I'll just give you my own definition and I'll submit. So it's been like that for years, and then I find myself in the university. Fashion started for me when I properly got admitted to the university.
Okay.
I came from OAU. Those years when I do assignments, I remember some of my colleagues cannot really do as much as we draw. Then I do their assignments for them. Some of them will pay me to. Then I thought of it one day that if I can start making money this early, I think it's not a bad idea. I bought my first car in school, bought my second car in school.
Wow.
And then, cars that I can't take home. So I started fashion as early as 2009. Like I've started before then, but I started proper then. Yes. So it's been about 18 years now properly. Okay. Yeah. So I was the first president of Black and Bold. Okay. So as a president, I was still running my outfits on the runway. So I said to myself, I think I need to take it to the next level. I started creating, I draw, I paint, and it was part of the things that I studied in school. My father wanted me to be an architect. Okay. Yeah, but I minored in a course in architecture, so at least I know I satisfied my conscience. So ever since then to now, till date, I've not missed a day without fashion. Yeah.
I was actually surprised the fact that you know what you want, and right from when you're young, you're like, oh, I want to do this, and not like some of us, you be like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, and along the line, we found ourselves in the media space. You're so particular about what you want.
Yeah.
So if you had to describe your brand, what would you define it to be? Is it the low? Is it the mild? Is it the lousy, or whatever? What category would you place it to be?
Yeah, mine has a 3. Okay. It's an African-oriented company. Okay. And like I said, I like to fly or move with the wave. I like to. I will not give you something shouty when you have to look calm. I will not make something low when you have to look really hot. Because everywhere you find somebody rocking my outfit, you just look at them. You don't just look and take your face off.
You have to
you
look
always
again.
You'll be amazed at what you're seeing. So and experience over the years has helped me achieve this. Okay. Yeah, because the beauty or the intention or the one of the vision of a brand is that to brand our clients to look exclusive. Yeah, when I say be African oriented, if another person is not saying that word, definitely you notice us in
It's
this
only for
system.
you, right?
Yes,
Your
yes,
signature.
yes, please.
So, what's your favorite part of being a fashion designer?
Ah,
You love it when they wake you up in the morning. You could say, "Oh, I'm ready. I'm good to go."
okay. I'm a very outgoing person.
Okay.
I like to go out. One of my vision, like you said, that some of us do when we started life. You ask us what we want to be in future. Now, me, I wanted to be a tourist.
Okay.
I like going out. I remember I used to get very excited when uncles would take the first. I remember the first time I went to the bar beach. In my mind, I was drawing. In my mind, I was painting. In my mind, I said I was going to bring myself back there. I don't want someone to take me there this time, but I want to go there. Spend my own money, buy stuff. So that was the kind of mindset I have. So I'm not restricted to my creativity. I'm not restricted. I just like it when it's expressive. So the kind of fashion that I do is an African-oriented one. So Itouch is an expression of the African art and culture.
Is this how you stay creative in the industry?
100%.
Okay. So, what's the biggest risk you've actually taken in this fashion industry and bringing up your brand out there?
One of the risks, I think I sold my car at a time because I needed to buy some fabrics. Yes. As I speak, I'm without a car.
Why?
I sold for investment.
Okay.
Yeah, because whatever I do, I throw it back into the business. The business had given me. So for the business not to keep sustaining it, I have to throw something back. Fashion right now gives me what I want. And there's no regret.
Apart
I don't
from
feel
fashion,
less.
are you doing anything else?
Okay, I'm an event person.
Okay.
I started fashion entertainment 2 years ago. The first time I did Itouch and friends who had bought from us, friends who represent us on social media. A lot of people came together to celebrate the brand. And then my daughter, is my source of joy. So she encourages me in fashion. Like the first time she was rocking it, she had a picture of it, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is my number one fan. Like big time. She liked it, and when you give her stuff, the way she appreciates it. Now, if my daughter could accept it, imagine what other children would do with it. Yes, please. Yes, that's it.
Speaking about your daughter, how have you been able to balance up your life, your personal life, and your business?
The truth is, we are not together at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are in the Japa system. I like to make her the outfits.
Okay.
Yeah, circumstances. I don't want to go really deep into it.
Yeah, I understand my personal. Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So, but I've been able to manage because sometimes all I need to do is just remember that I have a daughter. It helps me to create more.
All right.
Yeah, like the promise I made to myself that I don't want to be poor. I want to be so rich to take care of my children, my family, and my business.
You want to stay rich. You don't want to be poor.
Yes. Trust me, I know what I went through growing up. Of course, I have friends whose parents were extremely rich. My parents were average parents, but I feel inside of me that I have all it takes to be a great person because one of the ways I run my kind of fashion business, I don't just keep it to myself. Even my workers, I make them understand that tomorrow is bright. Put your best into this business; it will feed you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you define success in what you're doing right now? Can you say, okay, I am successful, I am wealthy, I think I have more than enough. How can you define it?
Success is success to me.
Okay.
Where you are is your worth. Just never be satisfied with what you have. Never be. Not like in a very greedy way. Just sell it to yourself that you can do more. Every morning I wake up onto the next thing I want to do. So as long as I can achieve those things, it talks of my success. Because the sky is the stepping stone for anyone who is consistent in business. The moment you keep creating, I have a lot of motivators. I don't have mentors. God is my mentor. Because I'm the only person that runs my kind of business, so I don't look up to anybody
else to say this.
Yeah, so And over the years, I've seen a lot of people look up to me because of the originality
True.
and the creativity.
True. Yeah, speaking about originality, I'd like to ask you, how do you incorporate cultural heritage into your designs to say, okay, Itouch is actually is going to stand out from every other brand?
All right then. There is nothing different from what somebody had done before and what I'm doing.
Okay.
I just learn to work with everything I find around me. I use Ashoke. If you tell me you want a touch of Ashoke, I'll use it for you in a very phenomenal way. I'll use Ankara in a very amazing way. I'll use Batik in a very...
What comes to your head when you're doing all of these designs?
Because it's what I do all the time. I remember years when I started, I do tie and dye. I bond myself with wax, hot water and all. So I said it to myself, sometimes I don't feel the pain. At that point, I just see a future. That one day, I'll see people dyeing outfits for me. I'll see me paying people to make these stuffs for me. I just don't want to restrict everything to myself, you know.
How do you see a future that you're unsure of?
Yeah, because I don't want to be too spiritual right now, but I don't have a choice than going back to the scripture.
Okay.
Habakkuk said, what he has shown you, put it into a writing. Yeah, write it in and you run after it. So tomorrow I look at it, I just see my tomorrow from today. There's nowhere I get to right now with my status and my style in fashion or my experience. There's no way you see me and you not be like, is he crazy? Is he normal? Is he okay with the kind of fashion he's wearing? Like with the kind of look, my style, because the beads I wear, the footwears, the rings and all, I just want to be different. I don't want to be like the regular people. Even going to the beach, I see a future where a lot of people on the beach are rocking my outfit.
Okay, or what?
It could be a beachwear, beachwear, but in a very African way. See, our culture has been stolen. So where I stand is like I'm protesting. It's a revolution, to have our own thing and to help every of our young people see that there are a lot of things we can do by ourselves.
Sure.
That we don't have to. I saw a lot of young people these days, they want to wear the Ferragamo, they want to wear the Gucci and all. But the truth is that, you can create a niche, you can be a designer and be rocking your dream.
Yeah.
They have the money. You don't have to spend $1 billion because you want to look good. I'll stand before whosoever and then I will fit in.
Sure.
There's no way. And there's no way you will look at me twice like, oh yeah, I love what you're wearing. I'll tell you thank you.
Definitely, because I have to look at you again and again. Like, okay,
yes, you just imagine in your mind.
I just have to like, okay, he had to create the cap, okay, with what he's wearing, his beads, it looks good. And now in fashion, we have tie and dye coming back. We have what's it called, Ashoke coming back to Vogue and all of that. And I think I saw someone on your page, which is a big shout out to Special Arts.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw you went for the empowerment program.
Yes, she's my very good student.
Nice.
Yes, and I promised. I remember the first time we spoke, she told me she would have an event sometime in future, and I told her I would do everything in my power to support her. No, to support her. She was my model. She was once a model. She once rocked my outfit on the runway, and I remember that year. It was about I think it was about 70 models on the runway. If it's not for arcade, but I think I had every number of models rock my Itouch on my brand on the runway.
I remember seeing your runway, your girls on arcade fashion show. I can't remember the year, but they were quite much and it stood out from every other design we saw. And why I actually mentioned Special Arts was because her fashion sense. She has actually produced a lot of things when it comes to this tie and dye. And when I saw you, like, oh really? I love this.
I like the fact that she sticks to her she sticks to it.
And we need more people like that in the industry. So if there's something you have to tell people out there, what is it you're going to tell them? To tell them, oh, why can't you stick into this? Why do you think people should come into your niche and not go into probably Vogue fashion, the luxurious, the ready to wear and different type of fashion, but they should stick to the attire, the Nigeria culture attire we have right here?
Yeah, so this sounds funny, but it's the fact. I said it at our event too, and I'm going to repeat it. The truth is, I had I give myself a beat to prayers and word and all, and in my place of prayer, I received that. That was the end of the year, January 1st. The night, I don't shout when it's New Year. I just lie down and receive from God. So where I was lying down, I heard it that if you cannot think outside the box, create a box and think on that box.
Because was there a box before?
Yeah, somebody will tell you think outside the box that you can.
Was there a box before? That's my concern.
If your box is not working, if there's no box,
who created that box in the first place?
It's God, because it's in your head. So if you tell a regular young person of this generation, they'll be like, think outside the box. So thinking what? For what? You understand? But the ability, if you are, yeah, we all have dreams to, drive Range Rover Sport, G-Wagon and all. Do you have the capacity? That's my question.
Okay.
Yeah, my taste for vehicle at the moment, I cannot save less. I cannot underwork.
With the economy right now?
Yeah, getting here today, I've worked today. I've designed something. I wake up, and it comes with discipline. I'm sorry for late wake outs. But I wake up as early as 5 a.m. every day.
Okay.
And I sleep quite early, but I wake up early. I wake up early because the best time you can receive from God or get inspiration is very early in the morning when there's no noise, when you can communicate with God. Even in the place of prayer, you can receive stuff.
True.
Yeah, so it's high time we have our understanding that it's anything you receive in life, only God can give you.
True.
Yeah.
True. All right. So what's the most challenging part of running a fashion brand? We have quite a number of people and it's a competitive industry.
Okay. The economy is one of the things. Economy is not encouraging the cost of, buying stuffs.
Okay.
Like I said in one of the magazines that I featured on sometime, they asked me what's my greatest fear. I told them my greatest fear is poverty. I fear that thing. I fear it. But you can always think around it. You won't say because something is over, placed or overpriced or expensive that you stop working. All you need to do is just slow and steady wins the race. Drop of water makes ocean. So just be consistent. I have seen reasons to back out of this fashion brand a long time ago. But as long as you are consistent, it will fly back to you. I have clients that I've lost them for over 5 years. They coming back, they just give me a deal of 1 million, they give me a deal of 500,000. So remembering those things, of course, it will keep me going. There are a lot of challenges. Sometimes electricity, sometimes transportation, sometimes mobility, sometimes even materials, cost of getting all those materials done. Sometimes you get to the market, you get material, someone will tell you, oh, I like it. But this is how I catch most of my clients. I'm a very creative person. I'll tell them, okay, I'm wearing a stripe today. So if you want me to make a production of this, I don't like really looking like a twin, like actually a big thingy when we meet on the way. Imagine we meet coincidentally sometime, and I'm wearing same. They'll be like, oh, maybe they are twin, or maybe they are. So I'll tell you, I'll make you stripe, but stripe in a very or more beautiful way.
True.
So and of course they will buy the idea because is it by force to wear what I'm wearing? So and if you insist, I'll give it to you. So you should be ready to pay more. Because you're seeing a copyright, so I'll give it.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you just have to think around everything.
Speaking about consistency, it's not easy, right?
Of course it's not.
It's not easy because there are quite a number of times we love entrepreneurs right now.
Yeah.
We see their business probably, they had this business idea and it actually crashed. And they are like, okay, I don't think I want to do this again. They have to venture into something else. How do I stay in that part of me saying, okay, I want to keep doing this and this and this?
Okay, my blueprint is the Bible. My blueprint is the Bible. I remember the story of that woman that runs to the house of the judge every morning, avenge my enemies, avenge my enemies, avenge my enemies. And one day, this judge said it to himself. He said, even if I don't fear God, this woman that comes, this consistent woman, I will avenge your enemy. So in the place of consistency in business, all I do is just keep making stuff. I think over the past 6 months, I've made crazy designs. Like, I'll just tell my boys, oh, this clothes is going to waste, Abby. Don't throw it away, let me create stuff. The most beautiful outfit I've created all my life are from waste products. Products that regular tailors will throw away, regular people will just throw away. I've marked Ashoke, I've marked, somebody today gave me pieces, this morning, gave me pieces of batik, Adire. Today, gave me. I just pocket the thing with style. It's in my office. By the time you see what I made from it, you'll be wowed. So there are a lot of, as a matter of fact, there are a lot of waste to wealth.
Yeah.
It's just the inability to think outside the box. That box.
The box again, right?
Yeah. So if you are always consistent, even like what we're doing, if you feel somebody is doing a similar thing to what you're doing. All you need to do is just think outside it. What else can I do to spice it up?
How can I add
Should
it
I
up?
go and look for your kind of cap and be wearing up and down? Just stand out, and you'll be consistent. And if you are consistent, rather in it, of course, your beautiful days are coming. Joy is coming.
Yes. So how do I handle criticism? Whereby I give someone my product and like, oh, I don't like this and this. I had to say a lot of bad words to me. And how do I handle that?
Okay, I've been in that shoe before.
Okay.
And that happened to me when I do not know who I was. I had not discovered myself. I've not discovered my creativity. You know, it's easy for people to say these days that, oh yeah, I want you to be creative with it. Give me the best. But they're paying shikini money. They're paying less. Now, the place of criticism, if you are very creative, nobody will criticize you.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Like it's going to be 100% success?
Trust me.
There's not going to be a feedback of, I don't like how you made this. It's just like, okay, now I took a dress to, I have an Ashwebi. I took a dress to my fashion designer and I was like, oh, do this and this. And she's not getting the style I want her to do. I could easily lash out at
That's why you are you.
Okay.
If you are making a creative design, all you need to do is tell your client, I will make this in this style. You understand? I don't want to be mentioning names of designers that you always take what they give you. Because you know that they are traveled out of their space to make that piece. You are original. And that's how we are on earth. The more we see ourselves in that nature, imagine placing a picture of you and now placing a picture of another person beside each other, and you guys look like twins. You look like you're doing a Ashwebi. That person has done the whole wedding some time ago or done the burial, and you're wearing the same thing. So if people are coming to me, like I have this couple of they are politicians, 3 friends. Anytime they come to me, they tell us, just give us your best. So what I do is I make a different design for this person. I make a different design for this person. I make a different design for the third person. In my instinct, I picture them in my mind.
Okay.
But these days, check it. A lot of designers are not ready. Once they make first 1 million, it's club. They'll start clubbing, start flexing. They feel they have arrived. And it's that period you were meant to save, number 1. Number 2, be more creative. Learn to source for your materials. So that is when you will not be asking, you will not be getting gist like or sad news like what I ordered versus what I got. Yeah. So there's no way, and as a matter of fact, I'm my number 1 in my brand. I'm the number 1. So I shouldn't look less good. I should always be 100%. I spend my money on shoes, I spend it on rings, I spend on beads. I like to look good so people can see me as their dummy. You know, I like what you're wearing. I have a brown of this skin. Can you make me something like this? You know, some 2 weeks ago, I made an outfit, and at the end of the day, I noticed my stomach was protruded, like it was. So I asked my boys to loosen it. Then I added another material to the side, and then the outfit gave me 4 slits, 4 instead of 2.
Okay.
Do you know, I was meant to travel that morning. I said no, I have to showcase myself in church before I hit this road. I have to show myself to the people. Getting to church, everybody was just, wow, I love what you're wearing. Then I said to myself, I said, see, mistake. Something I call mistake is their love. So that was the first thing I realized about art. Every mistake in art is a blessing.
Yeah. What do you think about the fashion industry in Nigeria? Do you think we're actually doing well, taking ourselves to the global stage, or do you think we are still minimizing our talent? We're not really showcasing it.
No, for those who are in fashion already, they are doing very well.
We're doing very well.
Doing very well. Because I've been to a lot of fashion shows. Without exaggerating, I've done over, all my life, I've done over 300 fashion shows.
Nice.
I've done over 300, and seeing what people can do with their hands, because it's your handle, this creativity thing, everybody's doing very well. It's just the ability to just do more. Because when I go for a fashion show, at a time, I went for a fashion show with Mr. Shola of Ake Dynasty. And then he just said it to me, said, we are going to have an auction today. I said, oh, really? All right, then let's go. Most of the clothes I sold that night were clothes that I had abandoned. Clothes that I didn't even put any attention on, like this one could sell. I just told them, I said, okay, this night you'll be getting a 50% discount. The 50% discount was my initial price. And people bought. They bought everything. The two that didn't go a ton, that was how I didn't sell those ones. And people still got my contact. People still made orders. People still collected contact that they reached out later. They did deals of thousands of nairas. You understand? So it came that way, and the more we hear or we get results like that, the more you want to do more.
Thank you so much.
So we are doing well in the industry.
Yeah, we are doing well. What's the vision for your brand next future?
How many years?
Probably say 5 years, 10 years. And you need to consider the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and all of that.
My project is a lifetime project, though.
Do you think the Alpha generation better and everything, you will be able to feature into it?
I fit into every of the system.
Okay.
From school, it's been accepted. Like graduated, it was accepted. Till now, it was accepted. I started doing baggy before baggy even came. Because I remember it took me back when I was in school. Yeah, when I was in secondary school, I remember these rich kids, this designer school of ad knock.
Okay.
So the outfit is a jean, the trousers is a jean. It's a very big baggy. Then they rolled it underneath. Then they had different prints of artworks underneath. So when I was going to replicate mine this year, I just got a kente. I went to buy a shofi. Okay. I ran it. It was a baggy. It had anchors where you can hang your keys and all. And when I made combats on the side, I made slit on the sides, and then I rolled it up and I added kente.
What's kente?
Kente material is a Ghana kind of fabric, or Ghana kind of Ankara.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just added it to it. So people were asking me for a minute, how come you're wearing something this crazy? I said, I just remembered some of the guys I used to wear it in my school. If I could not afford it then, I can make it now. So whatever you feel you can't afford in the past, if you are consistent, you can make it in future.
True. I think it applies to everybody.
Yeah,
generally.
everybody. Yes,
if you can't afford it now, don't rush for it.
You don't have to. It will always come to you. If it's yours, and if it's still not yours, it will not come.
All right. So a quick advice to entrepreneurs out there who are looking up to you, Mr. Itunu.
Thank you for looking up to me. But the truth is, don't give up on yourself, because you are the first entity. You are the first pioneer. You are the creativity. You are the creativity behind your brand. So don't give up. Just make sure you are creating something. Okay, and I want to advise people, do your best. Don't try to outshine your own self.
How do I know I'm not outshining myself?
How will you outshine yourself? You is you. You can't do beyond yourself.
And I'm seeing my peers
and you know how much
something else.
Pressure you can take. No, you don't have to. I don't look at people's watch. I don't. I am at my pace. Of course, one of the things I trained myself when I was growing up was I worked on my time. I worked on timing, because time is very important in life. I took that from the Bible too. Nice. For everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. I worked at that. Be intentional. See, if you know God, you know everything. All these things are not coming from the place of, I'm trying to get better. You are better. You are there.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
I'm so sure you've been able to take one thing or the other from this section, the fashion industry, or whatever in which you found yourself. Till next time on Creative Mind, stay glued.